lies my mom told me. This story began when I was a child. I was born into a poor family that often didn't have enough food to fill our hungry stomachs. During mealtimes, Mother would give me her portion of rice. As she transferred her rice into my bowl, she would always say, "Eat this rice, son. I'm not hungry." That was Mother's first lie. As I grew up, my persevering mother spent her spare time fishing to provide me with nutrition. She would cook fresh fish soup for me, and while I ate, she would sit beside me, quietly picking at the remnants left on the fish bones I had finished. Feeling touched, I would offer her the other fish portion, but she always refused, saying, "Eat the fish, son. I don't really like fish." That was Mother's second lie. When I was in junior high school, Mother took on extra work assembling used matchboxes to help fund my studies. One night, I woke up and saw her still working by candlelight. I said, "Mom, go to sleep. It's late and you have to work tomorrow." She smiled and replied, "Go to sleep, dear. I'm not tired." That was Mother's third lie. The final term arrived and Mother took leave from work to be with me. She patiently waited for hours in the heat while I finished my exam. When it ended, she welcomed me and poured a cup of tea from a flask. Seeing her covered in sweat, I offered her my cup, but she pushed it back and said, "Drink, son. I'm not thirsty." That was Mother's fourth lie. After my father died, my mother had to provide for us alone. Life became harder, more complicated, and we suffered daily. Despite our worsening situation, we were blessed with a kind old man who visited and helped us occasionally. Neighbors often advised my mom to remarry, but she refused, saying, "I don't need love." That was Mother's fifth lie. After I finished my studies and got a job, it was time for my mom to retire. But she didn't want to. She went to the marketplace every morning to sell vegetables to support herself. I worked in another city and often sent her money to help, but she wouldn't accept it. Sometimes she even sent the money back saying, "I have enough money." That was Mother's sixth lie. With my bachelor's degree, I pursued a master's funded by a company scholarship and got a job there. I planned to bring my mother to live with me so she could enjoy her life in the city, but she didn't want to inconvenience me. She said, "I'm not used to that kind of life, son." That was Mother's seventh lie. In her later years, Mother became seriously ill and needed to be hospitalized. I traveled across the ocean to be by her side. She lay weak and exhausted on her bed after surgery, her frail appearance a stark reminder of the toll the illness had taken. Though she tried to smile warmly, it was clear it took considerable effort on her part. Seeing her like this broke my heart, and my tears flowed freely without me even realizing. Despite her own suffering, she gathered her remaining strength and said softly, "Don't cry, my dear. I'm not in pain." That was Mother's eighth and last lie. After uttering her final lie, my beloved mother closed her eyes forever, leaving behind a poignant silence that spoke louder than words ever could. I realized that the greatest acts of love are often hidden behind simple, everyday sacrifices. Cherish the silent struggles of those who love us, for they reveal the depth of their devotion.